If you've tried building product websites with Claude Code, you've probably seen the same thing that I have. The first draft looks promising for about 20 seconds. Then you start noticing what's off. And with a product website, that matters a lot. Because if the product doesn't feel like the hero, the whole page falls flat. So if I wanted to build a premium bottle product website with Claude Code today, I would not sit there writing one giant prompt and hoping that Claude somehow gets everything right in one shot. I'd build it in layers, and the workflow I'd use is ChatGPT for prompt refinement, then Claude Code with anti-gravity for the actual build and iteration. So first, open Claude Code in anti-gravity and create the project. Once that part is ready, don't start prompting blindly yet. Go to ChatGPT and upload the reference assets first. They can be the bottle website reference video, plus the PNG bottle images you're planning to use in the design. Then give ChatGPT a clear instruction. I'd say something like, I'm building a premium bottle website with Claude Code. I'm giving you a reference video for the style and interaction, and PNG bottle assets for the product itself. Study both carefully and write me a Claude Code prompt that recreates a very similar design language, composition, and interaction style. Now, ChatGPT is not building the site. It's helping you write a better prompt for Claude. Once ChatGPT gives you the prompt, copy it, paste it into Claude Code and run it. Give it a few minutes, then preview the result. Usually the first version gets you somewhere in the ballpark. The structure might look close, but the bottle usually still doesn't feel strong enough. So at that point, take a screenshot of what Claude generated. Upload that screenshot to ChatGPT and explain the problem clearly. For example, the structure is looking close, but the bottle is too small. Make the product much more dominant in the composition and adjust the layout to match the reference more closely. Then let ChatGPT rewrite that into a cleaner Claude prompt, paste it back into Claude Code and apply the update. Now, once the bottle scale improves, the next thing to check is movement. So I'd go back to ChatGPT again and say, the layout is better now, but make the bottle larger and make it rotate during a transition like it does in the reference video. Run that in Claude and preview it again. And this is really the loop for the whole project. Don't try to solve everything at once. Fix one visible problem at a time. For example, if the circular text around the bottle looks broken, cropped, or incomplete, don't just say, fix the text. Show ChatGPT the problem and be specific. Tell it that the bottle is fine now, but the circular text styling and placement are wrong and that you want to match the reference more closely. Then take that improved prompt and send it back into Claude Code. Once the bottle size and the ring text look better, I'd focus on the transition behavior, because this is where premium product sites usually win or lose. If the bottle transition feels stiff, laggy, or rough, the whole page starts feeling cheaper than it should. So again, go back to ChatGPT with either a screenshot or a short preview and explain exactly what's wrong. You can say, the transition is working, but it doesn't feel smooth enough. Make the bottle movement cleaner, lighter, and more fluid, like the reference. Then run that updated prompt in Claude and check again. Once the first section is properly polished, then I'd move on to the rest of the website. And now you have a much stronger base to work from. So I go back to ChatGPT and say, the first section is done, and I want the remaining sections built in the same design language. Then let ChatGPT generate the next Claude prompt for expanding the rest of the site. Paste that into Claude Code and let it build the remaining sections. Now preview the full site and check whether it still feels cohesive from top to bottom. Because sometimes the hero looks great, but the rest of the website still feels like a rough add-on. If that happens, do one more pass and tell Claude to unify the spacing, typography, transitions, and overall feel across the whole site. Once the full website feels finished, the last step is moving it into WordPress. So now I'd go back to ChatGPT one more time and ask for a prompt that tells Claude Code to convert the completed front end into a WordPress theme structure. Copy that prompt, run it inside Claude Code, and let it build the theme files. Then go into the project folder, find the theme folder, in this case the distiller-theme folder. Compress that into a zip file. After that, open your WordPress dashboard. Go to the left sidebar, open Appearance, click Themes, click Add Theme, then click Upload Theme. Choose the zip file, install it, activate it, and preview the site. And now the project is no longer just a Claude demo sitting in your editor. It's a real WordPress theme you can actually use. One more thing, if you're moving a design-heavy product site like this into WordPress, I'd also keep an eye on performance. Because product websites like this usually rely on large PNG assets, layered visuals, and smoother transitions, and all of that can start feeling heavy after the move. That's why I'd recommend using a speed optimization plugin like Airlift. It optimizes the assets in your WordPress site so that the experience still feels smooth. Not just in the build, but when someone actually lands on the site and starts scrolling through it. Now, the reason this works better is that you're not betting everything on one perfect prompt at the beginning. You're building the site in passes. That back and forth between ChatGPT and Claude Code gives you a much better result, because each pass is solving one visible problem properly instead of trying to fix the whole website in one shot. And for a design-heavy product site like this, that's usually the difference between something that looks interesting for a minute and something that actually feels premium. So that's all for this video. If you've any questions, then comment below and I'll catch you in the next one.